All right, welcome, welcome. Give a hand for the CSL Dallas music team. Welcome to everybody that's joining us here today at CSL, and we want to say a special thank you to those of you who are joining us online. And we also want to remind you that every day is a day for transformation, spiritual deepening, and heart connection, no matter where you are or what's going on. And every day we learn and practice something different that's important, and it makes a difference. We love that you're here on this journey with us today, and we invite you guys to just sing, dance, and enjoy yourself as you try to live a life that's truer to the sounds of the CSL Dallas music team. Come on, give them a hand.
Good morning, welcome. Join us, join your voices, join your hearts, and sing your song. 2, hey! Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, thy kingdom come through me. Thy will be done, thy kingdom come, thy will be done through me. On earth as it is in heaven, forever. Amen. On earth as it is in heaven, thy will be through me. Oh yes, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, thy kingdom come through me. Thy will be done, thy kingdom come, thy kingdom come, thy will be done through me. On earth as it is in heaven, forever. Amen. On earth as it is in heaven, thy will be through me. Amen. Say amen. Amen. Oh, amen.
That is our CSL Dallas music team and band rocking the house. I'm Dr. Petra Weldis. I'm so happy to be your platform assistant today. And I am excited to be here. It's super fabulous. All right, if you are new to CSL Dallas, please sign up to receive inspirational texts and emails about upcoming events and other invitations so you can stay in the know. Sign up now by filling out a connection card. If you're new, you've received it in your visitor packet or over in the Pankey Hall on the welcome table. And if you're online and new to us, there is a link to the connection card being put in the chat right now. And you can sign up to continue to be connected. We'd love to have you follow us on social media. Please do subscribe on YouTube, leave us a review on Google, check in, make sure you're following us on all of your favorite various avenues. We will let you know that we have deleted our CSL Dallas Twitter account. You can no longer follow us there. So wherever you've been, whatever path you've taken, wherever you've walked, whatever background you come from, you are welcome here. because we are on this journey together. And the journey that we're on is to live our purpose statement to the best of our ability. So please join me by saying it out loud. Even say it out loud, you at home. We are radically inclusive, spiritually transforming lives. And so it is. Yes. To the best of our ability, that is what we are doing together. We want to start telling you about the holidays here at CSL Dallas. So as you know, we are not able to have a Thanksgiving service and celebration this Thursday. So there is nothing happening on Thursday. We will have our Thanksgiving gratitude celebration next Sunday. So we'll look forward to seeing you then. On Christmas, put on your calendar, we have our traditional, lovely, very, very, very special Christmas Eve celebration this year. It's Saturday evening, December 24th, 6:30 to 8. There is childcare available. It will be followed by cookies and cider. Plan to join us, bring your family and friends. We have a fabulous confluence on this 24th of the solstice, Christmas, Kwanzaa, and Hanukkah. Yes, so you know it's going to be an amazing celebration. Don't miss it. It will be live streamed for you who are not in the DFW Metroplex, but if you are visiting in Dallas, we'd love to see you here. And for those of you who aren't going anywhere, bring your family and friends. So this is an opportunity for us to really celebrate ancient wisdom and new thought. Now, what that also means, because it's Saturday night, if you want to sing in the choir on Christmas Eve, Candy Williams, our music coordinator, wants you who are online. So some really beautiful music and absolutely something that you can learn in the next 4 weeks and do. So please see Candy. You can see her after the celebration here today, or you can email her at musicdirector@csldallas.org. musicdirector@csldallas.org. I want to see all of you up here on the platform who love to sing on Christmas Eve. A super, super celebration. Now, what that also means is we want our volunteers, our staff, our band, our music team to be able to be home on Christmas morning. So there is no celebration Sunday, Christmas morning. On Sunday, December 25th. No Science of Mind class, no celebration, no Joy Village. So please, please enjoy that day at home with your family and friends. We also have our Burning Bowl on Sunday, January 1st. So it's always every 7 years we go through this. And so our Burning Bowl, our traditional Burning Bowl ritual will be held during our Sunday celebration, which will end up being a little bit longer. So plan 10:30 to noon on Sunday, January 1st. The Burning Bowl celebration will be right here in the sanctuary during that celebration. We'll be following it with a community lunch from noon to 1. $5 will get you a fabulous, simple but hearty winter meal. And then you're invited to a special immersive experience, which I'll be facilitating, called Emergence, Out of the Darkness into the Light, on that afternoon. From 1 to 4, the cost is $45. It'll be a deeper dive into preparing for the new year and an opportunity to experience this moving out of sacred disruption, reimagine everything into what is seeking to unfold, and to hold that in a really powerful place. So please do sign up for that workshop, or it's not really a workshop, it's an immersive experience on January 1st. So those are our holiday events. No Thanksgiving, big Christmas Eve, no Christmas morning, choir on Christmas Eve, and then a beautiful all-day event. You can come to all of it, some of it. You can't come to none of it. Sorry, that's not an option. That's not an option. You got to pick something to participate in. The burning bowl, the lunch, and the immersive experience in that afternoon. So mark those things on your calendar. You can find them at csldallas.org on those particular dates on the event calendar. Phew. I love this part of the year. I can't wait. I can't wait. All right, so we have a really, really special day today with Dr. Tracy Brown, with Transgender Remembrance Day, with all of the beauty that Dr. Tracy brings to the platform. We have a very special guest soloist that you're going to hear about from our beloved Candy Williams. So, yeah, so let's just come together now. Take a breath wherever you are, whether you're here in the room, whether you're online, whether you're on your phone, wherever you are, just take a breath. And let us turn within.
Spirit and I are one. 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 Holy, 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 holy,
Please go within with me into this center of our very being, the oneness that created all, flames brightly in this place. This divine energy, this divine spark ignites and sustains each of the beings. To the far out universes, galaxies, starlight and inner light are one. One light, one love, one true reality. Wholeness. Holy wholeness. That is who we are, where we came from, and where we and all of us shall ever be. There is only one thing happening. It is that love and that light of creation, sustaining us, moving within us, expressing as each and all. So grateful for remembering this holy truth, this holy, necessary beauty and brightness. As it dwells within us, we share it with each other, knowing that we are home in this beautiful, precious, expansive light. In gratitude for remembering for taking this time to resonate with that spark, with that holiness. We say in gratitude, and so it is.
And I are one. Spirit and I are one. Spirit and I are one. Spirit and I are one.
Oh, so holy, 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 so holy, 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 All right now, whatever you need, don't you know it's given to you as you believe? Here we go. All that I need comes to me. Yes, it does. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. You've been set free indeed. You've been set free. You're released. Good news. You've been set free. You're released. The burden of your past is long gone. You've been set free, you're relieved. We got sweet rain, y'all. Sweet rain that washes us clean. Can you feel it? Sweet rain that washes us clean. The mind creates all things. Into my life it brings. Sweet rain that washes us clean. And all that I need comes to me. Oh yeah, all that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. And so it is. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my intense pleasure, soul-filled, to introduce to you the lady who we got to borrow for a long time from New York. And she's gone around and around, and now she's back in New York, and today she is ours. Once again, our friend, our sister, Robin Hackett.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Thank you. I just really want to express this is where my journey began here. This is my spiritual home. And I had someone come up to me before I came up here and said, I got it. And I'm like, oh, I'm not sure what you're saying. But she said, I got it. She goes, I know that I can do, be, and have anything and create anything. And she said, thank you for being a part of my journey with your music. And so, of course, I want to thank Petra thank you for being my teacher, because I get it. I got it. Took so long, though, but I got it. Tracy, thank you for being on my journey, and anybody else who's been on this journey with me, thank you so much. And this is the first song, the first song that I wrote about this place. Now when I walk into this room and I look into your eyes, well, somehow I am not surprised. It's like I've known you all of my life. The sweetest place I've ever known, a place to rest, to know I'm not alone. With all those years out on my own, well, I finally found I am home. And when you hold me in your arms with no malice and no harm, and all our hearts are open wide, there's no reason nor want to hide. The sweetest place I've ever known, yes, a place to rest, to know I'm not alone. With all those years out on my own, well, I finally found I am home. We are home. And when I look out on this crowd, and all that I can see is all I've ever dreamed. Looking back at me, the sweetest place I've ever known, a place to rest, to know I'm not alone. With all those years out on my own, well, I finally found Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all so much. Thank you.
It would help if there was a green light. I was so counting on our AV crew to turn the mics on and off, I didn't even look. So, we are home. How many of you, like me, as soon as you hear the chords and the first line of that song, right? Right? You know where we're going. And it is such a great reminder, right, of who we are at CSL Dallas. Who we are, who we come here to be. So, you know, I'm really struck by our theme this month, Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. I'm really struck by how important it is to have that sense of there are people we know and places we can go that make us feel like we are at home. Especially when we are going through things or when we are changing our lives and we're not really quite sure how it's going to show up or how people are going to respond to the changes. I don't know if you've ever had that experience, but I know I have, where I am working to be my authentic self and I am changing and I just feel a little unsteady. But then I call my good friend Kim, and I feel like no matter that I'm different, I'm at home. Or I come to a service in person or online at CSL Dallas, and I go, I'm home. I can be who I have come here to be. But what I'm really aware of is that home is that place where I go to get validation. Home is that place where I know for sure someone or 100 people have my back and are willing to let me grow into my next expression. And the line in the song, like, home is a place to rest, a place to know you're not alone. Does this resonate with anybody beside me? I think we all know this. At the same time, I'm very much aware, much of the time, and today especially, that there's a group of people in our city, our country, our world, who don't always have a place that they can call home in the way that we just talked about, in the way that Robin just sang about. We cannot take this idea of home for granted. And so the fact that today, November 20th, every year, is the Transgender Day of Remembrance, I have to honor that. And I'm just inviting you to go along with me on that. Honoring, hoping that you too have this same belief and conviction that we cannot ignore the fact that people are killed just for being their authentic self and being on the journey to finding and expressing their authenticity. Like, it's okay if I do that. I want to be authentic. I can have the life that I want.
But I want that for everyone in the world. That is what we teach. There is no individual good, so my good cannot be taken for granted if there are others who don't have that same good. And so Ernest Holmes says the conclusion that God is all there is. How many of you believe that? God is all there is? I see your hands online. The conclusion that God is all there is, then all that is God occupied, God personalized, and God individualized. Almost 400 people who identify as transgender were killed in the year of October last year through September this year. And on the one hand, people might say 390 people out of 8 billion isn't very many. But those are just the ones who have been reported, number one. And number two, one is too many. One is too many. And when you look at the most dangerous or the places that are the most unsafe in the world, the 3 countries in order are Brazil, USA, and Mexico. So we have our work to do. And we begin that work right now simply by going within and recognizing that of those 390 people who have been reported dead, all but about 60 of them were murdered or were the victims of violence, stabbing, shooting, beating. And many of them, the majority of them, are trans people of color. This is not acceptable. So in Science of Mind, we teach a lot of things, but we teach that we don't ignore or pretend that quote unquote bad things are happening, but that we use that as a call to prayer. We use that as an opportunity to recommit. And so I'm going to invite the practitioners who are in the room to come up and hold consciousness just for a minute, and just for a couple of minutes, and hold this energy. And Jan, if you would, oh, because of the candles, got it. Got it, got it. You're smarter than I am. And I want us to take in, as I light the candle, you can't see the faces of these 400 people, but you can hold their energy, because we know that the soul doesn't die. And right here, right now, this morning, we hold in the deepest love the souls of these 390 people, plus all the ones who were not reported. We hold this consciousness now, knowing that the consciousness of God is our consciousness, your consciousness, my consciousness. And in this moment, knowing that the consciousness of everyone who has been negatively impacted by the hatred and the violence toward people who are transgender must evaporate, must reduce, must fade away, because it doesn't just mysteriously fade away. It is replaced by this wave of love, this wave of commitment, this wave of belief that all people are created of sacred value. All people are created of sacred value. Repeat it after me. All people are created of sacred value. Yes. And so on this Day of Remembrance 2022. We say no more to hatred and violence in this or any other form. And the biggest, deepest commitment of yes to being actively engaged in our personal and collective lives, to eliminating the consciousness that allows this to continue and grow. And if you agree with me that now is the time and we are the people, then I invite you to anchor this by saying together, and so it is. Take a breath. And our practitioners are going to hold this consciousness even as they return to their seats, but holding it with us. Ernest Holmes says, if we want to be free from suffering, you can see it. If we want to be free from suffering, we have to what? Stop inflicting it. If we want to love, we have to love, no matter what anybody thinks of us. If we no longer want to be condemned, we must no longer condemn somebody else. And that's individually, but especially groups of people. Without harm, without hurt, we may liberate ourselves and help to liberate others. This is what we teach. This is what our work is about. And I invite you to be on the journey with me, not just here on Sunday morning, but all throughout the week and the month and the year. This year, we have been really guided by this concept of sacred disruption. Sacred disruption has shown up in a lot of ways in our individual lives and in our community life. And some of us have taken it to our workplaces, our communities, our families, that disruption is sacred. Disruption is good. Who wants to be doing the same thing they were doing 10 years ago or 30 years ago? I know some of you are real comfortable. Some of you are a little bit too comfortable, but hopefully we've been shaking that up a little bit this year. Because this month, as we think about change your thinking, change your life, we say that all the time, but do we really, really, really mean it? Do we really, really take it into consideration? Do we consciously and intentionally change our thinking so that we can have a different outcome and live our lives in a different way? Do you? Let me just stop saying do we. Do you? Don't have to raise your hand, but ask yourself the question, do I really consciously change my thinking, my beliefs, my way of being because it is in service to something I have consciously and intentionally chosen as the new direction, the next direction for my life? And if your answer was, don't ask me, or sometimes it's not horrible, just amp it up a little bit. But what I really hope is, even if you haven't been doing that lately, that you can think of times when you have chosen to change your life intentionally. You wanted something different. You wanted different kinds of relationships, or you wanted to make more money, or you wanted to recover and have full restoration from a disease or emotional or mental turmoil, that at some point in your life you actually said, I can change, I will change, I'm going after it, and this is what I'm going to do. Anybody relate to me? If you're online and you have ever done that, put yes in the chat, because I want to know when I go look at the chat this afternoon. Like, have you ever done it? And if you have done it at least once in your life and you realize that you have done it, then guess what? You can do it again and again. All you have to do is decide. And poet Laura Sheely actually wrote this poem not knowing that I was going to be talking about this. And when I read her poem, I was like, oh, I have to use this when I'm talking about how we have the ability to change our thinking and change our life. That we start out saying, I'm willing. I'm willing to show up as my true, authentic self, even though I may not know exactly who that is. There have been times in my life where I had a hunch. I had an idea, right? And I just kind of followed it until I was sure. And so the question for me that Laura answers in her poem is, if I'm willing to live a truer life, am I willing to do something different? Am I willing to change my thinking in order to change my life? So I have to share Laura's poem with you. Let's see if I can read it from the slides. I think I can. Because if you are not about this life, if you are not about changing and growing and intending, and you're perfectly fine with kind of comfort and it's gray and drab and that, you know, it's easy, but you're not lighting up the sky, okay, it's fine. Don't complain about it. Because if you complain about it, Tracy and Petra and every practitioner you go to talk to and anybody who's been in this community 10 years or longer, they're going to look at you and say, it's nobody's fault but your own. But instead, if you are ready to have this vibrant life, to have this energy where you are giving off energy, then join Robin and say, yes. Yes, you can do that. You can be it. Because Ernest Holmes reminded us there's a power for good in the universe. It's available to everyone. You can use it. A couple of you in here know what I'm talking about. So here's what Laura said in her poem, Superhuman. It's magnificent that as humans, we have the unique capacity to completely reinvent ourselves in the middle of our lives. Imagine for a moment a hippopotamus in his big mouth glory exclaiming, water's no longer my thing. I think I'll grow wings and learn to fly, to live a weightless life. Well, no, I don't believe that could be. But by George, a trash man can earn his pilot's license, and boom, the trucks are history. It's magnificent that there are no rules in stone to claim you must stay exactly who you are right now. Even characters of the Bible changed their name. Julia Childs learned to cook when she was 40. Harry Potter was born from someone's midlife crisis. All this to say, your heart might always beat the same. Birthmarks and genetics may hold their place, but you can live a life that's truer. The timid can become the teacher. the judge can become a humble servant. You can do this because you're human. Laura Sheely. What we teach and what all of you know is that we are the human expression of the divine idea. We are the human manifestation of what is set into motion, and we can do that with our own lives. So this month, that's your biggest thing, to be thinking about, what am I ready to change? And you don't have to spend all of your time trying to find yourself. Spend your time creating yourself, choosing where you want to go. And if that doesn't work, make a different choice. Make a different choice and create the person that you know you have come here to be, or that you will be proud of. And that is what Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life is all about. So I do ask you, what do you need to change in order to live your truest life? Your life that is going to make you so excited to wake up every day and to know that you are offering something fabulous to the world. What is it that you need to change in order to love yourself more and show up in that way? What is it that you need to change in order maybe to love others? Maybe you've learned it here at CSL Dallas to love yourself fabulously well, but you've got some work to do with loving others. Or maybe, for whatever reason, Transgender Day of Remembrance or anything else, you want to work on and expand your capability to love all of creation. Because basically, living a truer life just boils down to love. Love is what we're here for. And maybe I could get Robin Hackett to anchor that in for us before I make some closing comments. Thank you.
This is my life's mantra. We are all just mirrors. In your faces I see clearer, clearer than I've ever seen before. The heart is where to live from, to give all you can give from. This is what I truly know for sure. I am an instrument of my love. I said love, I said love, sweet love. And I am an instrument of my peace. I am an instrument of my love. I said love, oh sweet love, oh sweet love. Here we go. And I am an instrument of my peace. I am an instrument of my love. I said love, 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 love. And I am an instrument of my peace. I said I am an instrument of my love. I said love, 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 love. And love is what we're here for. To give and give more, more. Love, love, love. And love is what we're here for. To give and give more. Love, 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 love. I said love, 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 love. Sing with me, please. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. I can't hear you. And love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. One more time. And love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. Oh, love. Oh, love.
Robin Hackett and the amazing CSL Dallas House Band. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So there are only really three things that you need to do. One, love yourself. It's hard to love others if you are not loving yourself. Learn to love yourself and trust yourself. Trust that God as you knows what to do. That Spirit is operating in, as, and through you to make your life better and to make the world better as well. So if you want to live a truer life, as you are changing your thinking, love yourself. Number two, love others. It's the primary commandment, not only from the Bible or the way teacher, way shower, Jesus. It is also true in 13 other primary major spiritual paths that one of the number one things is love others as God loves them. Love yourself, love others, and love all creation. If you do these things, you will be living a truer life, and work on one of them at a time. We remind you often, you can't do 8 things at once. So work on the one that is calling you the most. Now, I'm anticipating as you're doing those 3 things that some of you are like, who is that Laura Sheely person? I've never heard of her, and I've never read a poem by her, and I want that poem. So I do, before I completely close, want to share with you that many of you heard me in August quote poetry by Shalane Harkin. And Laura Sheely is one of 13 poets in this new book, Bouquet of Stars. And it is Shalane Harkin and 12 other poets. And the first half are more Shalane Harkin poems for those of you who became fans in August. And Laura Sheely's poem, Superhuman, is on page 153. Now, you cannot, well, actually, you can order the book today. You can order the book at Bouquet of Stars, or you can order the book on Amazon or Barnes & Noble or any of the websites, but it doesn't actually get released till November 29th. So you, right here at CSL Dallas, you got a preview of the poetry that's in this book. And I'm going to close with a poem from another poet included in this book. Her name is Tracy Brown. And when I think of living a truer life, I think that it is simply me moving toward good. And that is the title of this poem. What if I focused on today and left yesterday's hurts and heights behind? What if I accepted the past as complete and entered every conversation as new? What if I believed I am one with Spirit and saw today's experiences as answered prayer? What if I saw the gift I am receiving and accepted it without guilt or shame? I am ready to soar without dragging the weight of yesterday's choices or challenges. I am ready to sing without knowing the words, but trusting the melody will suffice. I am ready to forgive myself and others and look through the lens of love. I am ready to trust. There is a power bigger than me moving my life toward good.
Thank you, Dr. Tracy Brown and Robin Hackett. We're so grateful to have you in the house. Tracy Brown, Dr. Tracy Brown, Robin Hackett. Whew. I think if we're not moved by today, I don't know what to say. So grateful, so grateful, so grateful. So grateful for all the ways in which you support this community with your gifts and talents, with your tithes and treasures, with your love. Whether you're online, whether you're in person, whether you're in Dallas, whether you're anywhere in the USA, anywhere in the world, we are so grateful to be in community together and to do this amazing work together. We are, in fact, not only changing our lives, I truly believe we are changing the world. So, if you would say this abundance affirmation with me: we partake of the nature and bounty of all good. We claim for all humanity abundance and success. We give thanks for the prosperity and generosity of CSL Dallas and our community. We joyfully share these gifts with the world, and so it is. So as the offering baskets are being passed here in the room, we would invite those of you online to use the various ways in which to contribute. As you can see, you can also do that as you are here. You can use all these various ways to give. Every dollar, every bit that you give is a huge blessing to us, and we are truly, truly grateful. The more that we have, the more work we can do together, the more we can change not only our thinking, but the thinking of humanity. So we do have a couple of announcements for you. Today is the last day to give to the Gooch Thanksgiving Basket Drive. And so they are out in the foyer. No, they're over in Pankey Hall to take your gifts for the baskets. You can also do that online by going to csldallas.org/give and use the drop-down menu for Gooch Thanksgiving baskets. We're almost completed with all of that. We should be very close. So every dollar that you donate is going to make a difference. Each family gets a $50 gift certificate for their Thanksgiving dinner. Our goal is 100. Please make sure you visit our Artist Corner today, as we have Valerie Guillon. You know what I realize is that I have the wrong announcements. These are last week's. So I don't know where today's are. So I'm going to make them up as we go along. How's that? So there is a lovely reception for Val Guillon. It's an opportunity we always have for people to find out about their art. So please check out the art in the gallery in Pankey Hall. The last thing I want to say, or the first thing I want to say, is we finally have our tickets on sale for Reverend Karen's celebration. So we're very excited. Yes, December 10th is the celebration for her ministry Unbound. She will be continuing to be with us with speaking and teaching and things like that, but she is going off into bringing all of this to a much larger audience in a much larger way. And so this is our opportunity to celebrate her. Tickets are $20 for over 21 and $10 for 20 and under, and that does include child care. So if you have a child under 5, please do bring them, and they will be having child care in Joy Village. And of course, if they're over 5, we expect them out on the dance floor because, yeah, little ones dance amazing too. There is an opportunity, if you choose, to sign up and bring a potluck finger food dish. So finger food appetizer or finger food dessert. Something that people can walk around and eat with their hands, nothing drippy or goopy, okay? Does that describe finger food? All right. And it's an opportunity for us to share our love and community with Reverend Karen. Now, we do also want to send her off in the world with some support for her wildlife photography. You saw her beautiful photography last month in the artist gallery and on her Facebook pages. And so there are raffle tickets available as well. You can buy raffle tickets and or make a donation towards a gift so that she can continue to invest in her passion of photography. So there are tickets, raffle tickets for a print metal of one of her photographs. You get to pick from some set of photographs that are available. There will be 3 names drawn, so there's 3 opportunities to win that. And there's also one name will be drawn for a $2,500 gift certificate for a spirit tour in 2023 or 2024. To apply towards a spirit tour, the only one that can't be applied to is Egypt. So we love for you to support her. You can also just make a donation if neither of the raffles are of interest to you. So there are people across the way who you can buy your tickets and sign up for the potluck and also get your raffle tickets. And please do go online. For those of you online, you can go to December 10th on our event calendar, and you'll find all the information there and all the ways that you can get involved. We really want to celebrate the 8 years that Karen Fry has given of her heart and her soul and her love here to CSL Dallas, and yeah, share our gratitude. So I expect every one of you to be here. Be here, right? We're so grateful for that. So I think those are all the announcements. Yes, please, because I obviously have the wrong announcements.
So how many of you have been missing Robin Hackett? How many of you loved Robin Hackett today?
Love Robin Hackett! Woo!
And she's only in town for a week, but whether you're in town or not, she is doing a house concert that's going to be live streamed. So if you want more information about that, Look for Robin right after the service, or look for Willeen right after the service, and they will give you the link so that you can have a little bit more Robin Hackett.
So do we have a link? You can come in person at Willeen's, right? But the link is it going to be live on Facebook? Yes. Okay. Live on Facebook and YouTube. So I don't know if
we can move it.
So we'll put the link on the Facebook CSL Dallas page so you can find it, okay? So we make sure that you can get the link. When is it? Today at what time? 4 p.m. Central Time. So wherever you are in the world, 4 p.m. Central Time, we'll make sure that the link is on the Facebook, the CSL Dallas Facebook page, so you can see it and find it and be in.
We're releasing a new song that Willeen and I wrote called "I Think Tequila Makes Me Sad."
Okay, so for those of you online might not have heard that, they're releasing a new song that Willeen and Robin wrote together. I think tequila makes me sad. So you definitely do not want to miss the concert. All right, so we're going to close it out. I have no idea what we're singing. Oh, yes, we're singing Grateful. Robin, come on up here and join us as we sing Grateful. Please stand.